Hello guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Daughter of Destiny Vanille. So I have said that she is pretty good. So let's take a look on her stats first, okay? So if you take a look on her stats, I must say yes, I'm impressed because like you can see that she has really good survivability. It is really important for a breaker because you want to have them always available on the battle. And the magic stats for offensive power is also not bad, okay? 170%, same like Draconian Princess Vina, and her true double hand boost is also not bad, okay? So far, I have nothing to complain about her stats. Pretty decent, okay? She even got 25% machine killer, which is useless. What's for 25%? It's better to remove that and give her fatal damage protection. Yes, she doesn't have fatal damage protection, but with that amount of spirit boost, I don't think she will die easily, okay? My complaint here is she doesn't have faster LB rate, okay? She has 2 LB gauge regen per turn, but oh, that's very small compared to 100% faster LB rate, okay? So that's my complaint because you want to use her LP as often as possible. So yes, her stats is good, but what about her abilities? Let's take a look on them. Let's talk about her DPS first. She is a Chaos Wave Awakened Chainer. That means yes, she can chain with most meta mage. Okay, her element is Earth and Wind, and the bad news is those elements are not common for meta mages. Actually, Wind is matched with Tetra Visalis, okay? But for Earth, from what I can only remember, it is only White Lily Dark Vina who able to chain with Chaos Wave Awakened Earth element. And the biggest weakness is like Riku. She only able to do double cast. Actually, she has triple cast, but that can only be activated by using her counter. And I must say it is not reliable because the chance is only 20% and the triple cast only lasts for 1 turn. So really guys, that's really bad. It is like Riku. Okay, Riku also have that absolute mirror of equity chainer. Okay, but she doesn't have triple cast. Same for this. She has triple cast, but it is unreliable. But the problem is for Riku, there are other support role who able to cast that double absolute mirror of equity, like Warrior of Dawn Galuf and then Alexander Charlotte. But for Vanille, you don't have that kind of luxury because yes, I can, yeah, maybe the only tank who able to use Chaos Wave Awaken is White Knight. No, not sure. Okay, I forgot about him. But from what I can remember, most recent tank cannot chain with this. So it's kinda hard to fill her role as a backup chainer because if you want to make her into your main magic attacker, what I can say is think twice because like you can see that the damage is pretty bad. Okay, the highest damage is Earth element, but like I said, the Earth element only for White Lily Dark Vina. Most other mages doesn't have that Earth elemental chaining move. So yes, it's bad. For Wind, they are more common, but like you can see, the Chaos Wave Awakened Wind element only deal 11 times damage. So I must say her damage capabilities are bad, okay? And as a backup chainer, there is no side role who able to chain with Chaos Wave Awakened. That's what I hate about her, okay? But enough about DPS. What about breaks? For breaks, she is basically a copy of Riku from Final Fantasy X2, okay? Both of characters have 75% attack magic and defense spirit breaks on their normal abilities. But the side effect, I must say the side effect for both characters are useless, okay? For Riku, she deal damage, but only 2.2 times, so useless. And for Vanille, she buff herself 150% if I'm not mistaken, which is also useless because you can easily override that using your buff from your buffer. So yes, do not to pay attention to them. And on the first turn, both of them also able to use 80% all stats break. Very nice, but I find Riku's 80% cooldown break is better. Why? Because I think auto life buff is more useful compared to 120% Earth Imperil. Actually, it depends on situation. On, let's say, like Dark Vision, when you want to deal highest amount of damage within short time, then this breaks will be better than Riku. But for trial situation, I think Riku's 80% breaks are better. Okay, so there's no winner on this department. And for LB, again, their LBs are about the same. Both breaks 80% all stats break. Okay, very nice. But remember that Riku limit burst need 30 LB crystals, while Vanille only need 27 LB crystals. Yes, it is lower, but let me remind you that Riku able to equip dagger, and yes, she able to easily get 100% fast LB rate, which make her better in terms of LB crystals gathering. Okay, and talking about 80% break, Vanille also has Chaos Wave Awaken, which deal 56 times earth damage. Whoa, that's pretty nice. Okay, but it is a cooldown ability and the breaks only last for one turn. So yeah, I don't think it's worth mentioning, especially with that double cast. Okay, and yes, maybe the best part about Riku, I mean, Vanille is she able to maintain 80% breaks on all turn. Because she has delayed 80% breaks, okay? You cast the ability on this turn, and on the next turn, it will break the enemy stats by 80%. Riku cannot do that, but I think 75% are good enough for today's standard, okay? And now, let's talk about their support capabilities. So, I must say Vanille is really good because she's able to imbue Earth element and imperil the elements. Okay, this is really good if you use finisher based party, because Riku cannot imperil Thunder element, only imbue. And the unique thing about Vanille is she has 40% damage mitigation, which cannot be dispelled. Wow, that's pretty unique. Okay, maybe it is not 50%, but still, it cannot be dispelled, which may be useful on some situation. But again, I prefer Riku support abilities. First, Riku able to give you AoE physical evasion, and she also able to give you AoE faster LB fill rate 200%. But for Vanille, her LB fill rate only affects single target. What the? Really bad, okay? And enough about abilities, now let's talk about partner. For partner, because she able to chain with Wind Chaos Wave Awaken, then of course, her best partner will be a mage who able to cast that Chaos Wave Awaken Wind element. So you can see for Wind Visualist, Mistina, Yunaleska, and for Earth Chaos Wave Awaken, it's only White Lily Dorfina. Okay, but again, only dual cast. I don't think she is that good to fill that backup chainer role. Okay, so I think, yeah, the best for her is to make a finisher party like Crown Prince Noctis, Regina, that breaks, that imperil and imbue will be insane. Okay, especially on, let's say, Dark Vision for the Earth Elemental stage. Okay. So enough about good partner. Now for recent trial, I must say that because she breaks really well, then actually she can be used on almost all trials. But here, you can see that on Marlboro, she may be not that good because remember, Marlboro has resistance against Earth element. So you cannot imperil, so your imperil won't be useful at all. But still, her breaks will be good. For equipment, it is another thing which I hate from her. Okay, she cannot equip dagger, so that means no faster ABV rate rare ability. It is really fatal weakness for a support troll or breaker like this. Okay, she needs to equip Marlboro 1. It is decent weapon for her. It gives her nice spirit. It gives her 30% health, but that's it. Okay, it's two-handed weapon, which is kind of stupid. And because I don't like her as a mage, I will simply focus her as a support. Okay, so let's build her spirit, health, and resistance or whatever. Okay, but if you want to create her into backup mage, you can do that. Okay, but I don't recommend that. So in about equipment, my conclusion for Daughter of Destiny Vanille, I must say that it is really hard to say that Vanille is a bad character because she has that 70 and 80% breaks, which are always useful. But the problem here is most of you probably already have Riku from Final Fantasy X2, and like I just have mentioned, I prefer Riku X2 support abilities. So that's why I think she can be said as dead on arrival, okay, because the ability to chain with Chaos Wave Awaken is kind of half-assed, okay. There's no side role who also able to chain with Chaos Wave Awaken. Maybe in the future they will make Krilla Awakening, but Krilla is also breaker, so that's kind of stupid in my opinion. So yes, if you need a breaker, you cannot go wrong with Vanille, I must say that, okay. But if you look for magical attacker and backup chainer, you will go very wrong with Vanille. So yeah, just ask yourself, do you need a breaker? If you don't need a breaker, then there is no reason to pull for Vanille. Okay, and her trust mastery word is also, I must say, it's pretty bad. Okay, it is whip. Who uses whip on today? Okay, only that Diego and herself maybe. This is not a bad weapon. It gives you nice spirit, but for mage, I don't think this is good. Okay, too low magic. And I must say, it is useless. And for STMR, whoa, this is another thing which make her shine. This STMR is really, really good, okay? It is usable by all characters on this game. It gives you Descent Spirit, which is also good for your physical attackers because most trials requires you to have maybe 800, 900 spirit. So with this, you can easily reach that, and it also gives you fatal damage protection. Wow, it's really good, okay? I must say that it is really good compared to Riku because I must say Riku SDMR is kinda not needed compared to this Orba Spoon. Okay, really nice. I think this is worth your SDMR Moogle, but because she is not limited, you may want to hold back. Okay? So, yes, I think that's all you need to know about Vanille. Save your lapis if you have Riku, but consider to get her if you don't have Riku or Elafim. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys!